Since the dawn of history, Egypt has always been known by its unique architecture. The great temples and monuments that cover the land of Egypt is an evidence of the genuineness of the Egyptian architects. Over time, there has been a crucial need to get away from the narrow strip of the Nile Valley. A new philosophy has emerged: new urban communities. In 1979, the Egyptian government decided to establish the New Urban Communities Authority with the aim of creating new urban centers and extending urbanization hubs to the desert and remote areas. The objective was to make new attractions outside the scope of existing cities and villages, and create new industrial, agricultural, commercial, and recreational activities all over the country. Since its establishment, the authority has constructed 21 cities with an area of 675,000 acres until 2013. The year 2014 presented a new era for Egypt. The election of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi was a lifeline to the Egyptians, especially to those in the marginal and vulnerable areas. "24 new cities are being implemented, which belong to the fourth generation with an area of 630,000 acres. Beside developing and raising the efficiency of existing cities, investments for these projects reached £312 billion. The government put short to medium-term strategies to change the face of life all over the country through, among other things, the implementation of the largest housing projects in the world, ambitious road developing plans, a roadmap to eliminate slums and dangerous resident areas, power plants, new cities, health projects, and social safety nets. The New Urban Communities Authority played an important role in rehabilitating slums, providing decent housing for those affected by natural disasters, and developing underserved areas. Among the most important projects that were implemented recently are Zuhurme area. The project aimed at removing the encroachments in Garbageman area in Hilwan to settle in Rain Flood Crossing area in the city of 15th of May. The project includes the construction of 42 residential buildings with 1,008 housing units, with an area of about 90 square meters per unit, at a cost of £256 million for the buildings, and 834 barns at a cost of $30 million. The area is provided with a health unit, a commercial market, a nursery, and a primary school in coordination with the Educational Buildings Authority. Al Salam Buildings. The project aimed at absorbing the residents of unsafe areas and those affected by natural disasters and earthquakes. The project is situated in Al Ubur city and consists of 134 buildings at a cost of £1.42 billion with 4,171 housing units. The project includes 2 schools, a medical center. The area is also provided with utilities, roads, green areas.
في فرق جامد بين العيشة الأولانية والعيشة دي.
فرق كبير طبعا، ما اقدرش اوصف لك. يعني انت حضرتك عارف العيشة والشقة بيبقى في فرق جامد.
بيتي القديم كان في حشرات وكنت متضايقة، ما كنتش عارفة اخد راحتي وكنت بتضايق على طول.
السلمان ما حطيتش فيها حاجة أصلا بجنيه، يعني هي متوضبة سوبر لوكس، ما حدش يحلم أستني هو يخش شقة زي دي.
الفرق بين الشقة هنا والعيشة هناك مش الشقة، يعني فرق بين السماء والأرض، يعني ما فيش فرق. ده فرق ايه؟ انت المفروض أصلا ان انت ما تقولش فرق من ده وبين ده. دي شقة، دي مكان آدمي، أنا عايشة زي البني آدمين، إنما هناك أنا ما كنتش عايشة زي البني آدمين أبدا. ما كنتش بني ادمه، ما كنتش حاسه ان انا عايشه اصلا.
The authority also implemented a project to move the residents of slums in the area surrounding the pyramids of Giza to the city of October Gardens. The project aimed at improving the visual image of the areas surrounding the pyramids. The project is of 2 phases. Phase 1 consists of 104 buildings, ground plus 5 floors with 2,496 housing units, 18 commercial units, 16 stables, at a cost of about 6 billion Egyptian pounds for the buildings and an estimated cost of 35 million Egyptian pounds for the implementation of utilities, as well as 17 million Egyptian pounds for the implementation of the project's electrical supply. Phase 2 is being implemented with 74 high-rise buildings, ground plus 9 floors, at a total cost of 1.5 billion pounds. Maspero Area Development. It was a group of unplanned slums in the heart of Cairo that lacked the minimum standards of living. Now 9 towers are under construction in the area, with 903 units, residential, administrative, commercial, entertainment, hotel, power station, and 936 of alternative units for those who are previously living in the area prior to its development. The area is designed in a way that suits the heritage and history of the surrounding place and enhances the standard of living to create a quality of life and a clean environment. Ensuring that everyone has access to adequate, safe, and affordable housing and basic services was another main objective to the state. To this end, the new Urban Communities Authority is participating in implementing a number of national projects that were planned during the last few years, among which are the Social Housing Project. The project aims at providing a decent life for low-income households, including necessary services, healthy environment, and green areas.
والله هو مشروع كويس لان انا كده اصلا كنت قاعد ايجار فبدفع فلوس رايحه على الفاضي. دلوقتي انا بدفع فلوس في حاجتي، فبالنسبه لي المشروع ده كويس لان هو يعتبر مشروع بيخدم الشباب.
لا الجناين حلو، احلى حاجه هنا الجناين.
لا والله كان تشطيبها كويس زي الفل، بس احنا يعني كل واحد بيحب يقعد في مكان بيعمل بيظهر لمسته فيه، يعمل اللي هو عايزه فيه. يعني بيفرق في كل حاجه، شقه جديده ومنطقه جديده ومكان جديد، والمكان هنا راقي ونظيف كده. لا ما شاء الله هنا اجمل.
عندنا الشقة 90 متر موجود فيها 3 أوض وحمام ومطبخ، فأنا قاعد في أوضة، وأختي ليا أختي تانية قاعدة في أوضة تانية، وبابا وماما قاعدين في أوضة. والشقة يعني مساحتها كويسة وفيها تشطيب حلو.
موجود أنا والقصة هنا في المنطقة، طبعا المنطقة مميزة جدا، الخدمات بصفة عامة مميزة جدا وكويسة بصراحة.
التشطيب ممتاز جدا وفوق الممتاز، ما فيهوش أي مشاكل.
في فرق بين السماء والأرض. أنا لا مؤاخذة كنت عايش في بلد عشوائية تمام، وبني ادمين مش مظبوطين، والبيوت نايمه على بعضها اصلا. يعني دلوقتي انا عن نفسي بعتبر ان احنا قاعدين في الجنه.
The project is implemented in 25 cities to provide 1 million housing units. The new Urban Communities Authority has implemented 660,000 housing units and about 900 service buildings over 5 stages, and the work is going on. There were also other projects that targeted different standards of living, such as Dar Masr, Sakan Masr, Jannah, Housing for All Egyptians. In addition to that, the authority is implementing many projects in the new administrative capital, which we may call the jewel of the Egyptian cities. Beside the developing of one of the most spectacular regions in Egypt, Al Alamein Towers. among many other projects all over the country. The new Urban Communities Authority gave a special attention to providing safe and public green spaces. The project of developing the lake of Ain al-Sira. To provide a green lung for cities, Ain al-Sira Lake was developed at a cost of about £500 million, where the lake was cleaned, site coordination works, cultivations and lighting were carried out, and a water purification plant was built to preserve water from pollution. Add to the fact that Ain al-Sira is located beside the Cultural Museum that witnessed the Mummy Parade in 2021. In addition to that, a green river was built in the new administrative capital on a total area of 73 acres, which will be one of the largest green areas in the region. Protecting and safeguarding the cultural heritage through the development of the Great Museum District and development of Magra Al Ayoun area. The project consists of 79 residential buildings, a nursery, a commercial and entertainment building with an area of 51,000 meters square in the area of Sur Magra Al Ayoun, which is being developed as it is an area adjacent to an archaeological area with a total number of 1,880 housing units and 18 commercial units at an expected cost of £3 billion. And since providing a quality of life for citizens and creating a clean environment has always been one of the most important targets of the authority, these projects are made for the purpose of creating the Walk of Egypt alongside the River Nile, the new Aswan Walkway, Al Alamein Walkway, the Mansoura Walkway, and bike path in all new cities. The new Urban Communities Authority has adopted state-of-the-art tools to serve the country's final goals, among which are energy rationalization and renewable energy projects, through enhancing the lighting systems and establishing solar hubs in many new cities, providing safe, affordable, and sustainable transportation systems through providing public transportation to reduce pollution and consumption, public parking and services such as Wi-Fi and bike parking, supporting the use of electric cars and making recharging stations for all new cities, implementation of projects using materials with an economical cost, recycling the use of materials, in light of the rehabilitation of new cities with the aim of making them environmentally friendly. We managed to spread the idea of rationalization in the consumption of electricity and water, as well as the idea of recycling water and solid waste. Achieving Sustainable Development Goals under Egypt's Plan 2030 required the participation of all entities, government bodies, the private sector, and the civil society organizations, such as Orman Organizations, Risala Association, the Food Bank, and other several organizations. They are all our success partners. The new Urban Communities Authority has always been a great pillar in the building of our country, a country which we all dream of, a country motivated by ambitious will and challenge. Our work will continue under the wise auspices and leadership of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi towards the full realization of our new republic.